Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this MUSICOZY Bluetooth 5.2 transmitter receiver audio adapter. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So it can be tricky to describe exactly what something like this does, but to put it simply, if you have two audio devices and one has Bluetooth and the other does not, you can use this to bridge those devices together. So say you have an older stereo system that does not have Bluetooth, you can add this to it and then you can stream from your phone to this device to play your music on your stereo. So that would be in the receive mode. This can also transmit. So if you have some Bluetooth headphones you want to connect up to a TV, you can take the output from the TV, put it into this device, this will send it to Bluetooth and send it to your headphones. Let's look at the box here. So here we have some specs. Bluetooth version is 5.2. We have the Bluetooth protocols here. We have AVRCP and A2DP. Then we have the audio codecs. So you can see those listed here. So those are the codecs supported by this device. Your devices that connect to them may or may not support these codecs. So that's something to keep in mind. We have the frequency range, so it runs on the 2.4 gigahertz, and we have the different power settings. This has 3.5 millimeter stereo and optical fiber. And here we have some more stats over here. Standby time and receive is about 53 hours, and transmit it's about 37 hours, and in bypass it's 48 hours. Playtime and receive is about 38 hours, transmit it's about 37 hours, and bypass is about 37 hours. The battery capacity is 950 milliamp hours, and it charges with USB Type-C. So this does have a battery in it, so you don't have to have it plugged in if it's charged up. So let's get this open. So here's the device. Pull this plastic off the top. I'll take a closer look at that in a second. Here we have a 3.5 millimeter stereo to RCA cable. Here we have a USB Type-C charge cable. Here's a 3.5 millimeter to 3.5 millimeter cable. And here we have an optical cable. And we also have a user manual. So here we have a diagram. Here we have an LED, power, next, previous, pair, mode selector switch, stereo audio output, optical audio output, charging port, optical audio input, and stereo audio input, the antenna, and the audio format selection. This says how it works. So we have the receive status. You have your mobile phone, computer, smartwatch, Apple TV transmitting to this, and they show it going into an amplifier, speaker, or car stereo. And then for transmit, we have TV set, computer, or projector, and we show that going into a Bluetooth headset, Bluetooth amplifier, or Bluetooth speakers. And there's a little subtle thing to see here versus Bluetooth headphone, is this can output to two Bluetooth headsets at the same time. And then here we have the bypass mode, TV set, PS4, DVD, set-top box, goes into the device, and then outputs to headset or powered speakers. Then here we have those specs again. This talks about how to use it, so you can pause and read through that. And there's some more there. And it has a bunch of indicator lights, and that tells what those are for. Okay, so let's look at this. So we have these antennas here that go up. On the side we have a selector switch. It says LL and HD, so that would be your low latency or your high definition. On the other side we have the receive, transmit, and bypass. So the middle would be bypass, and you can switch to transmit or receive. On top we have Bluetooth button, plus, minus, and power. On the back side we can see the different ports here. So we have those 3.5 millimeter ports, and we have the optical, and then we have the charge port in the middle. So let's go ahead and charge this. So you can charge this with a phone charger, you can charge it with an outlet that has a USB port on it, or any other USB charger. I just have a USB charger here. You can also plug this into a charger in a car, or a USB port in a car. So it's currently charging at 0.5 amps, so that'll vary depending upon the state of charge of the device. So I'm going to let that charge up for a bit. I'll become acquainted with the manual, and then I'll go over how to set this up in some different scenarios. Okay, I have this charged up, and the equipment I'll be using for my testing is an iPad, and I have a Bluetooth speaker. So as you're watching this, pay attention to the way I actually connect these, because this device isn't actually technically needed to hook any of this stuff up, but I can still demonstrate using this. It's just convenient. So instead of having my large stereo and bringing it up here, this is standing in for that. And I'll explain that when I connect all this up. So in the first demonstration, we'll go into the receive mode. So I'll go into the back of this device, and I will go to speaker, which is on the left here, or the right, whatever orientation you're looking at it, and I'll plug into this speaker. So this speaker has an auxiliary input, so I won't be using the Bluetooth capabilities of this speaker, so I'll turn the speaker on. Power on. So I'll turn this device on, I'll hold down the power button. Audio in. Okay, it said audio in, and I will have this set to receive, and this one I'll have set to HD. So I'll go into my iPad here. I'm going to go into my Bluetooth settings, and I will hold down the Bluetooth button here, and now RX is flashing, and I will choose the YK69. Okay, so now it is paired, so I'll open up some music. Okay, so now I'm playing music. So I'll pause this, I'll hit the play button. So when I hit that, it sent the pause signal to my iPad. So this combination here is now working like a Bluetooth speaker would work. So we can hit the plus and minus to raise and lower the volume. We can long press these buttons to go to the next or previous tracks. So I'll show that here. So we can see the volume here going down. Then I'll hold this down. Went to the next track. Next track. So with a setup like this, you can take this device and plug it into your traditional stereo receiver and give it Bluetooth capabilities. Another great use for this is in a car. If you have an auxiliary port in your car, you can plug this into the auxiliary port and add Bluetooth capabilities to your car. So that was super easy to set up like that. So now let's go to the next configuration. I will unplug this. I'll go to the back of this here and we'll go to From TV. We'll switch this to Transmit. So I'll plug that into the headphone port. So in this situation, we'll imagine this is my TV and we're routing the audio from the headphone port on the TV to the Bluetooth transmitter. We'll hold down Bluetooth here. And then we'll also do that on this device. I forget off the top of my head, I'll just restart it.
Power off. Power on. Bluetooth. Bluetooth is connected.
Okay, it said Bluetooth is connected, and I think it actually connected before I shut it off. I wasn't 100% sure if this was in pairing mode. So now if I play something on here, it's playing through to the speaker. So if you're hard of hearing and your TV is across the room, you could hook this into it and send the audio from the TV to a Bluetooth speaker that's sitting right next to you. And probably the more common way would be to send the audio to Bluetooth headphones. So you could wear those Bluetooth headphones and listen to the TV. Then this does have one other mode, and that would be bypass. So I'll plug in here and I'll plug in here. So now I have this hooked up both ways like I had for transmit and receive. I'll go here, I'll put it in bypass mode, and then I'll play here. And now it's going to play that music through this. Now, this may seem pointless right here because I could just unplug this and plug it right into the speaker. But this is a very simple setup. Where this can really come in handy would be if you have something that has optical output on it or optical input. You could use this to connect it to convert between optical and your 3.5 millimeter jack. And then it can also give you versatility so you can leave things hooked up. So if you had this on your stereo system, you could leave all this hooked up and then later you could switch this and then say transmit from your phone to this device to send the audio to the speaker. Then when we want to turn this off, we'll hold down the power button. Let me turn my light off here so we can see those lights here. So you can see it does have those lights for receive, transmit, bypass, and then optical, auxiliary, and then the codec we're using. And then also here if we hook up two speakers, we can see the A and B there. So that's the MUSICOZY Bluetooth 5.2 transmitter receiver. So a device like this is really a Bluetooth multi-tool. There are countless applications for this. Say you're having an outdoor party and you rent a PA system and you have a microphone to talk on there but you want to play music on it. You could hook this into that PA system and then stream music from a phone to it. I think probably one of the most popular reasons people would buy these would be to add Bluetooth to a TV or add Bluetooth to a car. I really like that this is battery powered, so you can plug it in and power it, or you can use Bluetooth. So you don't necessarily have to plug it in every time you use it. Maybe you have satellite radio in your house and you want to transmit to a Bluetooth speaker on your patio. You can hook this up even temporarily, say if you're having a dinner party, use it, and you don't have to really wire it in real tight. Since this has the optical output too, you can hook the optical cable from this into your receiver or optical out of your TV into this, and you have very low noise, and you can have that pure digital signal. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.